remarks. Not a lot to say there. Pretty tough loss. Once again, frustrating. This one, didn't come down to, one play or two plays. They kind of physically, I thought they were, it's first time. I don't know, not the first time, but they physically were very much pushing us around and moving us up front. Felt like we were playing catch up the entire day. Still with all that, I think we play a little cleaner, a little sharper early in the first half. Get the ball in the end zone when we had it on the 2 or 1.5 or whatever it was. I think it helps us mentally. It helps us play better. Gives us a shot. But overall, pretty good butt whipping there. They played very well. Give them credit. Billy has team ready to play. Obviously, it's always a hard place to play. I thought, maybe, with DJ, getting all the reps with the ones and turning the offense over to him, he really did a nice job. Really nothing, a few things. They did some really nice things. There's always a wrinkle or two, but he just ran their offense. He ran it very effectively. They played very well. Give them credit, and we'll go back to work.
Mark, I know you guys are hurting without Max back there, but it seemed like the secondary, there were a lot of chunk plays given up, but I don't see your secondary give up that many. Were you surprised at that?
I was. I think you credit them, and there's certainly things we could do better. I thought we knew going into it. You watch them, you see the skill level that their wideouts have, and they have a lot of juice. They have a lot of speed, and we saw that going into it, and certainly feel that way now.
Well, offensively, in that 4th and goal when you get stopped, was Demi supposed to jump like that? Was that the play, or was it just a down?
I mean, he's getting a handoff there, and he's gonna, if he feels like he has to, then he has to. I mean, what we needed a half yard, by any means necessary.
Mark, you've not scored more than 2 offensive touchdowns in any SEC game. Just where do you go from here? I guess with that.
Yeah, we just stay the course. I mean, we've had a lot of turnover at that position. I have a lot of confidence in Bush. He's been, handed a, it's tough. You know what I mean? And so we're not going to point any fingers. We'll, put it on me. We'll go back to work. There's been opportunities, as you know. I don't want to keep on going backwards, but each game, it's like we're shooting ourselves in the foot, so close. At least it wouldn't be so eye-popping. You know what I mean? If we get several other possessions in the end zone, and those are the things that we'll just keep on working on.
Felt like the mistakes were almost catastrophic. A drop turns into almost a pick 6. How do you try to keep the group from falling apart when big plays just kind of keep snowballing?
Well, big plays, in these environments, as you've covered it for a while. Big plays, when the place gets rocking, I mean, they happen. So we'll just stay the course. Our guys have responded well, at times on the road, and tonight we took a butt kicking. They give them credit. They played very well. I have no worries about our guys falling apart or anything. We need to play better, and we're getting very thin, and we're getting beat up. But that's natural, this time of year. We have to build the depth that we need to play at a high level.
Can you talk about the decision to play Cutter at the end of the game there rather than Gavin?
Gavin's gotten plenty of reps. He knows that. I mean, Gavin completely understood that. It was more a matter of just getting Cutter an opportunity. Now you're throwing him right into the wolf stand there, but it's a tough situation for him. But he can handle it. It was hard, and until you get in there and see it. And obviously, this is a very tough place to throw him right in there. But he's a tough young man mentally. He loves it, and after that first play, he said, put me back in and let's go. We just wanted to get him some reps. It's hard to simulate all that stuff in practice, and there's nothing, that could compare with game reps. I mean, even Brock, with the snaps that he's had, tonight, he was like sped up a little bit, because he's been getting hit. Our protection has been great, and there's times when, You know, he was rushing a little bit and missing some things early as well, and he didn't get great help either. So it's just a team, you know, team effort. We need to do better.
Mark, as a DB, longtime DB guy, how physically painful was that watching the opposing quarterback average 37 yards of completion?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. You know, any secondary I've been a part of. You know, we knew DJ. You know, heck, is this right? Just seven completions.
Yeah. 7.
Wow.
5 for 40.
5
Wow. Yeah. Well, we knew that. You know, I said that on my Monday press conference that first, second down, some of the over routes, some of the concepts we covered well early. We dropped one. They ran it a different way. You know, got us in a different formation. They did a nice job. They hit some of their first, second down plays going into the game. I was definitely concerned about. Again, I talked about it on Monday. I know the strength of his arm, and I know the speed that they have at wide receiver. I think what added to that was the run game, was the way they were creasing us in some of that run game. Magnifies it a little bit as far as the coverage goes. So, you know, you put it together, and it's just not good.
Speaking of the run game, I mean, one of the best run defenses in the country. What were they doing to really keep rolling on that?
Yeah, they were well. One missed assignment where we didn't have a guy on the edge. You know, and other times they're moving us. You know, they're moving us. They were running a play. They were unbalanced. You know, in the second half, we made some adjustments to that one play in particular and played it much better. But the bottom line is they got some movement. You know, they were moving us and you know, got to the edge a couple times. You know, and football 1-on-1, put an edge on the defense. We didn't do that a couple times. Again, I think they were good. Give them credit the way they formationed it, the way they did it, and also the movement that they had. We knew going into the game that this offensive line was very big and been playing much better. And you know, looking at them on the hoof, that's a big team. They're a big football team.
Mark, obviously the numbers aren't pretty, but how do you assess how Brock played today? You mentioned I think both interceptions bounced off receivers' hands.
Yeah, I think the interceptions were tough. I mean, we'll go watch it all. I thought at times, you know, it's a lot easier for us in playing, you know, calling plays and looking at it. I think you're going to see some things open, but you know, things are sped up. I mean, he hasn't had the greatest protection. So again, it's as a unit. We just got to be better as a unit. You know, there's that fine line. I mean, early, you know, you get some of those good runs. You get the 5, you get the 6. You know, you possess it, and then, you know, to beat this team, you have to create. You know what I mean? Throw the ball and be balanced. And you know, we're still struggled with that overall. So I don't think it's ever all on it. I know it's not ever all on one person, and certainly not on Brock. I think just as a group, I think we could help him out and play a lot better.
Mark, how big was it just to get Chip just in there and in the rotation, get him some game time?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to see him out there. You know, I know he's been frustrated just being hurt. That's you know, been tough on him. So, you know, it was good to see him out there. Hopefully he'll, you know, improve and keep on getting better, get some reps.
Mark, you guys have been outscored by 18 in the first quarter in SEC play. Do you see a common trend just for the slow starts on both sides of the ball the last couple weeks?
I don't, you know, I don't know if I could put my finger on it exactly. You know, we need to play better. I know that. We need to start better. We need to finish better.
It seemed like, especially tonight, you all were subbing a lot on offense, getting different guys in there. How do you balance trying to find something that works and then just zeroing in on something you do well and just getting those guys reps that you're leaning on?
Yeah, I mean, yes, there are certain plays, certain groupings that we have, and you know, I don't know. I mean, we'll continue to do that. I think we need to continue to get better. I mean, you know, I think guys get tired as well, and you know, we just need to get a deeper rotation that plays at a high level, and you know, just put it together.
Last one for Coach.
Mark, got asked about Barry on, you know, setting the SEC record for, you know, kickoff return touchdowns tonight. And just at least at the time, that was a big play. It seemed like time to grab him in the back.
It was a big play. I think he felt bad on the one that deflected off his hands, and heck, before I had a chance to see him after the kick return, you know, he was up next to me on the sidelines and said, "I'm sorry," you know, and I said, "Hey, you know, at least You know, you went out there and made up for it and made a big play. And like I always talk to the guys about, and, you know, it gets a little bit redundant. I didn't talk to them tonight about it, but it's the truth. When you get knocked down or you don't play well, you have to respond. You know, you got to be resilient. This is a tough league. I mean, it's rough. Believe me, I'm very disappointed, but not defeated. You know, we will get back to work. I mean, it's a long night. These night games are absolutely brutal, and you know, so we'll you know, try to get a little bit of rest on the plane and get back to work tomorrow, and we'll bounce back. I mean, our team does. I'm not worried about that. I want to see improvement. You know, and I know we need to play better, and I promise you, you know, everybody in there cares and is going to go to work. Thank you.